Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered why some men, no taller, no richer, not even better looking, seem to effortlessly draw women toward them? It's not a magic trick. It's not about saying the right lines or buying the right cologne. It's about how they make her feel. And here's the brutal truth. A woman doesn't fall for your looks. She doesn't crave your money, and she's not hypnotized by your compliments. She's pulled to your energy, your essence, your unspoken power. It's the way you walk into a room and don't look around for approval. It's how you hold eye contact without needing to win. It's how you speak less, but when you do speak, every word feels measured and intentional. This kind of energy, it doesn't come from pickup lines. It doesn't come from pretending to be alpha. It comes from mastering yourself, from stoic control, from deep emotional understanding. Today I'm revealing 3 foundational truths, 3 psychological principles that show you how women really respond to men. Not the fantasy version, not the stuff they post online, but the real, raw female psychology they don't admit, but they act on every day. Let's begin. Part 1. She responds to energy, not logic. Line 1. You can't convince a woman to love you with words. Too many men think that if they say the right thing, express enough love, or explain their worth, she'll fall. But the female brain doesn't operate like that. Her attraction is primal, emotional, energetic. Logic can't override biology. Line 2. She doesn't fall because of what you say. She falls because of what she feels in your presence. It's about your tone, your posture, the confidence behind your silence. If she feels safe, seen, and stimulated when she's near you, words become secondary. You don't earn her attraction by persuading it. You let it happen by embodying strength. Line 3. You don't win her with explanation. You win her with embodiment. You can't explain masculinity, you radiate it. Stop talking, start living. Start showing her who you are through your actions, through your stillness, through your controlled reactions. That's what hits her deep. Part 2. Emotional safety triggers, female desire. Line 1. Women crave emotional anchors in a stormy world. Every woman faces emotional chaos, doubts, stress, hormonal shifts, social pressure. What she's looking for isn't someone to fix her, it's someone who doesn't shake when she shakes. Line 2. She doesn't want you to fix her mood. She wants to feel that her mood doesn't move you. This doesn't mean you're cold, it means you're composed. A man who listens, who nods calmly, who stays grounded when she vents or panics, he becomes rare. He becomes addictive. Line 3. When you hold space for her emotions without collapsing into them, that's when she sees you as more than a man. She sees you as a protector. Not in the physical sense, but emotional protection. A fortress, a quiet, centered force. That's not just attractive, that's unforgettable. Part 3. Mystery beats validation. Every time. Line 1. The moment you try too hard to be understood, you become predictable. When you're always explaining yourself, oversharing, or seeking validation, you lose your magnetism. Women don't fantasize about men who are fully revealed. They fantasize about men who make them wonder. Line 2. Mystery makes her lean in. Overexposure makes her lean out. If she knows your next move, if you're always available, if there's no edge to your presence, she stops feeling that spark. Keep 20% of yourself tucked away. That tension builds desire. Line 3. She doesn't want a complete puzzle. She wants a challenge she's still trying to figure out. That doesn't mean being dishonest. It means being selective. Be the man who chooses when and how he reveals himself. Keep her guessing, not by playing games, but by being so deep she can't reach your bottom in just one dive. Part 4. Control over reaction. Power over her emotions. Line 1. She doesn't trust a man who reacts faster than she does. When a man gets triggered easily, raises his voice, gets jealous, or becomes emotionally reactive, she sees him as unstable. A man who's quick to react is perceived as weak, not passionate. Women associate stoic control with leadership, strength, and long-term safety. Line 2. Your silence in the face of chaos is more powerful than 1,000 arguments. You don't need to raise your voice or out-argue her to prove your strength. The man who listens calmly, keeps his posture, and speaks after thinking commands more respect. Emotional stillness is masculine dominance in motion. Line 3. When she sees you master your own emotions, she starts trusting you with hers. The moment she realizes you won't spiral when she does, she lets go. She feels safe falling into your presence. That's when she truly opens up, not just emotionally, but intimately, because she knows you can hold the storm. Part 5. Deep presence triggers. Deep craving. Line 1. Your ability to be fully present is a lost art, and it's intoxicating to her. Most men are distracted, checking their phone, looking around, fidgeting. But when you're all there, fully present, fully listening, she feels something she hasn't felt in years, being truly seen. Line 2, eye contact without urgency, touch without desperation. That's what makes her lean closer. You don't rush, you don't overdo it. You're grounded, and that stillness creates an emotional pull. She feels safe, cherished, and mystified all at once. Line 3, when your energy says, I choose to be here with you now, she surrenders her walls. A woman is used to men who want her. She's not used to men who make her feel chosen in the moment. That subtle shift is what separates men she forgets from men she obsesses over. Part 6, boundaries make her respect you more than love ever could. Line 1, you don't lose women by saying no. You lose yourself by saying yes to everything. A man without boundaries becomes a servant, not a partner. When you always agree, always adjust, always chase, you slowly disappear in her eyes. She doesn't want a puppy. She wants a pillar. Line 2, a woman tests you, not to break you, but to find your edge. She'll push your limits. She'll see if you fold, not because she wants you weak, but because she wants to feel your strength. Every time you stand your ground with calmness, you give her the masculine energy she's instinctively drawn to. Line 3, respect is the soil. Love is the flower. Without the first, the second never grows. If she doesn't respect you, love fades fast. But if she respects your frame, your decisions, your unshakable mindset, desire grows. That's how you become unforgettable. Part 7, masculine. Mystery is her favorite fantasy. Line 1, don't tell her who you are. Show her through silence, action, and distance. If you constantly explain your goals, brag about your lifestyle, or overshare your trauma, you strip away the mystery. Instead, let your decisions speak. Let your quiet confidence do the talking. Line 2, the less you reveal, the more she imagines. What keeps her thinking about you isn't how much she knows, it's how much she wants to know. Leave space. Let her fill in the blanks. That space becomes attraction. Line 3, a man with mystery is like a deep book. She keeps turning the pages, wanting more. Don't be a one-page magazine. Be the hardcover novel that she can't put down. The more she has to explore, the more she stays curious, captivated, and emotionally hooked. Part 8, Stoic strength is sexier than outward confidence. Line 1, confidence says, look at me. Stoicism says, I know who I am. With or without your gaze. Loud confidence might impress in the short term, but Stoic inner certainty creates long-term pull. You don't need approval. You don't need attention. And ironically, that's what gets you both. Line 2, when you're centered, not performative, that's when your presence hits deepest. It's not about being loud, flashy, or dominant. It's about being grounded, unbothered, certain in your silence. Women feel safe and challenged by that kind of man. Line 3, a man who doesn't need to prove he's powerful is. You don't chase. You don't flex. You don't even speak that much. But every move you make feels deliberate. Every choice you make radiates control. That's the kind of power that makes her crave not just your body, but your mind. Part 9, emotional leadership turns you from a lover to a legacy. Line 1, she doesn't just want a man who feels, she craves a man who can lead through feeling. It's not about being cold or heartless. It's about being in control of the fire within you. Women are deeply emotional creatures. They don't need a man to mirror their chaos. They need a man who can weather it. If she's anxious, your calm anchors her. If she's lost, your clarity guides her. That's emotional leadership. Line 2, be the calm eye of the storm, not the wind that feeds it. When tension rises, when misunderstandings flare, the average man escalates. The Stoic man grounds. He slows down the room just by being in it. That kind of presence doesn't just attract her, it grounds her feminine energy. Line 3, when you can regulate your emotional state, you become the safest place she knows. She may never say it, but what she's truly looking for is a man who can hold both, her body and her emotions. If you can do that, you go from being a man she dates to a man she remembers forever. Part 10, subtle domination unlocks her deepest submission. Line 1, it's not about control, it's about command. A woman doesn't want to be controlled. She wants to feel your direction, the way you walk, speak, decide. You don't beg, you don't plead, you lead, and she either aligns or drifts away. That polarity ignites desire. Line 2, she's not attracted to your dominance over her. She's drawn to your dominance over yourself. When you have self-mastery over your urges, your time, your thoughts, she sees that and subconsciously respects it. She begins to soften. Not because you force her, but because your strength invites it. Line 3. Her deepest feminine energy is unlocked. When she feels, your presence leads the room, not demands it. You don't need to bark orders or puff your chest. You simply are. You hold space. You make decisions with certainty. And slowly she gives you her trust, her softness, and her deepest loyalty. Final word, the man who masters this is remembered forever. You're not here to impress every woman. You're here to awaken the one who's been waiting for you, the grounded, intentional, focused version of you. The one who doesn't beg, doesn't over-explain, doesn't rush love, but instead attracts through energy, commands through presence, and leads through principle. Stoicism isn't about silence, it's about signal. And when your signal is strong, she listens without you even speaking.